Hello and welcome to UPSC Prep. Today's first topic is World Day Against Child Labour. World Day Against Child Labour is observed on 12th June of every year since International Labour Organization has launched it in 2002. It highlights the plight of child labourers worldwide and also to take required measures to eliminate it. The theme of this year is COVID-19, protect children from child labour now more than ever. Now, the first question that arises is what actually is child labour? Child labour is defined as work that deprives children of their childhood, their potential and dignity, and that is harmful to their physical and mental development. Now, what is International Labour Organization? So, it is an organization that promotes internationally recognized human and labor rights. They focus on founding social justice. It was established in 1919 and its headquarters is situated in Geneva, Switzerland. Minimum Age Convention and Worst Forms of Child Labour Convention are two conventions of ILO to fight child labour. Related previous year question is from 2018, which states that International Labour Organization's Convention 138 and 182 are related to A. Child labour, B. Adaptation of agriculture practice to global climate change, C. Regulation of food prices and food security, D. Gender parity at the workplace. The correct answer is child labour. Our channel provides information specifically for school students. Let's prepare early. Please like, share and subscribe for watching newly brewed content from UPSC Prep. Moving on to the next topic, fundamental rights. All political parties from Tamil Nadu has filed a writ petition in the Supreme Court seeking OBC reservation in all India NEET seats surrendered by the state. They have accused the centre of violating the right of the people to have fair education by not implementing the reservation for OBC candidates. However, Supreme Court pointed that a writ petition under Article 32 of the Constitution can be filed only in case of violation of fundamental rights and said that reservation of seats to certain communities is not a fundamental right. The question arises is, what are fundamental rights? Fundamental rights are a mixture of universal and legal rights. They are included in Part 3 of the Constitution. These rights are enforceable by courts and available to all citizens. They include right to equality, 2. Right to freedom, 3. Right against exploitation, 4. Right to freedom of religion, 5. Cultural and educational rights, 6. Right to constitutional remedies. Now, what does Article 32 of Indian Constitution say? Article 32 provides the right to remedy. It guarantees the individual right to move the Supreme Court by appropriate proceedings for enforcement of his fundamental rights. This article, according to the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, is the most important article of the Constitution, without which Constitution would be a nullity. He called it the soul and heart of the Constitution. The related previous year question is, in the Indian Constitution, the right to equality is granted by 5 articles. They are A. Article 16 to Article 20, B. Article 15 to Article 19, C. Article 14 to Article 18, D. Article 13 to Article 17. correct answer is C. Article 14 to Article 8. Moving on to the next topic, National Human Rights Commission. Recently, the National Human Rights Commission has informed United Nations Human Rights Commission that the recommended implementation of a universal basic income was under examination and active consideration of the center to deal with impact of lockdown due to COVID-19 on economy of the country. Now, what is universal basic income? Universal basic income is a program for providing all citizens of a country or other geographic area or state with a given sum of money, regardless of their income, resources, or environmental or employment status. It helps us to prevent or reduce poverty and increase equality among citizens. Also, it provides secured income to individuals. It will help ensure sustenance of workers engaged in the informal sector, which is 90% in India till the economy normalizes. Now, what is Natural Human Rights Commission? Natural Human Rights Commission is a statutory body constituted on October 12, 1993 in India under the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993 for better protection of human rights and matters connected therewith. The composition of NHRC consists of a chairperson who has been a Chief Justice of India, one member who has been a judge of Supreme Court, one member who is the Chief Justice of High Court, two members to be appointed from amongst the person having knowledge of or practical experience in matters of human rights, 4 ex officio members of the Commission of National Commission for Minorities, Scheduled Castes, Scheduled Tribes and Women. The related previous year question is, according to NHRC Act 1993, who among the following can be its chairman? A. Any serving judge of the Supreme Court. B. Any serving judge of the High Court. C. Only a retired Chief Justice of India. D. Only a retired Chief Justice of High Court. The correct answer is C. Only a retired Chief Justice of India. Now, moving on to the next topic, we have Krishna and Godavari rivers. Recently, the Union government is going to take the stock of water utilization from the Krishna and Godavari rivers following the Telangana and Andhra Pradesh filing complaints against each other. The main objective of the exercise appears to be to assess whether surplus water will be available for the new projects in the light of disputes among two states over the water bodies and their utilization. The Krishna River is an east-flowing river originating at Mahabaleshwar, Maharashtra and merges with the Bay of Bengal. It flows through Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Tungabhadra, Mallaprabha, Koyana, Bhima, Ghatprabha, Yarla, Varna, Dindi, Musi and Dudhganga are the tributaries of Krishna River. Godavari River is an east-flowing river originating at Maharashtra and merges with the Bay of Bengal. The Godavari Basin extends over the states of Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Odisha, along with small parts in Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka and Puducherry. Pravara, Purna, Manjira, Penganga, Wardha, Pranahita, Indravati, Maner and the Sabri are tributaries of Godavari River. The related previous year question is, which of the following pairs are correctly matched? 1. Idukki Thermal Power Station, Sabarigiri Hydroelectric Project, Ghatprabha Irrigation Project, Ramganga Multi-Purpose Project. Now we have options A, 2, 3 and 4, B, 3 and 4, C, 1 and 2 and D, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And the correct answer is A, 2, 3 and 4.